Hey guys, how you doing? Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a cooking video. I'm not new to cooking. I've loved cooking, and anybody who knows me, friends and family back home, I've been cooking for 30 years, and I love it. So I do most of the cooking for the family here, and the kind of style of cooking I like to do, well, I like to plan things out and do nice meals. It's kind of hard when you're living in the Carpathian Mountains to do all that kind of stuff because you have to go off the hill, you have to go down into town, go grocery shopping specifically for things that you need. So what I like to do, I like to go into my freezer and fridge and see what I have because we got all our vegetables from the garden, Rose's mom's garden, and then I just try to come up with something with that. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do slow cooked veal in tomato sauce, and then I'm going to shred it, and then it's going to be over some nice creamy mashed potatoes. So it's a kind of simple, easy home cooking kind of a meal, and we love to cook that way. And I hope you enjoy the video, guys. For the onions, guys, nothing too crazy. Just like to do, medium chop. Because most of that stuff, the onions are going to just melt away into the nice sauce in the beef while the beef is cooking. So. Cut up an carrot here. Excuse me. One carrot should do. Here we save all our scraps and feed it to Rosa's mom's cows, so we don't waste any of that stuff. Just a simple chop. I like to do them the same size as the onions, just so everything kind of cooks evenly, Just finish up these carrots here. I bought this offhand knife from a website. He's got a YouTube channel, but it's called the Amazon Kitchen, and they sell these great knives. So I brought a couple of these. They work awesome. Nice and easy, scoop it up. I am not shy with the garlic, that's for sure. There's a lot of beef here. It's a big piece of beef that's gonna, cook, slow cook. And I want to get that garlic flavor in there for sure. With the tomatoes, it's gonna taste awesome. A nice fine chop on the garlic. It doesn't have to be perfect. That looks good. Try and get it into the bowl here without spilling any. That will never happen. I love garlic, not gonna lie. But this dish can easily take all this garlic. I hope I'm talking loud enough. Let me know if you can't hear me sometimes. Sometimes I have a tendency to talk a little softly. I like to clean up as I go a little bit, so the less mess at the end of it all, the better. Plus, I don't want to upset Rosa. That's for sure. Just going to start browning off the veal. Ooh, she's going to get loud. Oh, Rosa's going to clean. You're going to have to put the lid on. You don't want to get greased. Okay, as you can see, we got the potatoes all chopped up in the cold water. I'm just going to put a lid on that and set it aside for now. And we'll start to cook those, you know, once the beef is in the oven and, you know, cooking away and stuff. We'll throw those on about an hour before it's all right, let's check on the beef, see how it's browning. Oh, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to pull that for now. Turn the heat down low here. And make a mess. And I'll start browning off all the veggies. The onions and the carrots and the garlic. Alright, so let's start adding. I'm going to turn the heat on first. Not too high. And we're going to start browning off from all the good juices of the beef that was in there. I'm going to start browning off the onions. I throw the carrots in at the same time just because they're, you know, about the same density as the onions. We'll just stir those up. You know, be sure to get all the scrapings off the bottom of the pan. You want all those bits off there. That's all the flavor, for sure. You can see how they turn a little brown from all that flavor from the beef. It's going to be so good. We'll just let those saute for a little bit. Yeah, it's looking beautiful. Look at all that brown color on this. I'm going to add the garlic. Stir that in. Let that go for a minute or two. Then I'll add some tomato paste, you know, and then deglaze the pan with a nice little red wine. Oh yeah, it's looking really good. Look how brown this is. Oh, that's Flavor Town right there. Shout out to Guy Fieri. Okay, you know, let's put the tomato paste in. That's going to give it that nice, deep, rich flavor. This is one package. It comes in packages over here, or tubes in Ukraine. We're going to cook that off because you don't want it to be too acidic, you know. Tomatoes are pretty acidic. So you want to cook that initial harshness of that off. Once that cooks down a little bit, we'll deglaze the pan with some red wine. All right, now, let's cook a little bit. We're going to add some red wine. And that's just going to deglaze the pan and pull all the rest of those pots off. Plus, this red wine is really going to pull that beef flavor together. Everybody knows red wine goes great with red meat, so. Going to let that cook out a little bit. And then I'll add the beef back in. Add a little water. And then put it in the oven for a few hours to let it slow cook. Alright, it's been cooking down for about 5 minutes. Just, you know, cooking out the alcohol, the wine, and just leaving the flavor. Gonna add my tomatoes. 2 cans. You know, they'll just break apart as the stew is cooking in there, so. You know, I'll just mash them up a little bit right now. Just a little bit more. And then we'll let this cook for a couple minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. I'll add the spices, then I'll add the beef back in, and then we'll put it in the oven for a few hours to slow cook. Okay guys, it's been cooking, simmering for about, 5-8 minutes now. I'm going to add the spices. And again, I use pepper, Hungarian sweet paprika, and this is actually a beef rub, a bunch of different spices, herb de Provence, and some red chili flakes. We'll mix that up nice. I'll give her a taste. I'll let it cook for a couple minutes and then give it a taste and see how the seasoning is. It looks good so far. It really smells good in here. And then we'll add the beef and put it in the oven. Okay, it's been going for a good 15 minutes, just simmering. I really wanted to marry all those flavors together before I added the beef back in. Let's give it a quick taste. Oh, it's got a little kick to it. It's pretty good. It's got a little kick, but it's good. All right, I'm going to add the beef to it, back in, and then we're going to let it simmer. Bake away, actually, in the oven, covered. Just had to shut the heat off there for a second. All right, let me make sure it's covered. Okay, it's nice and buried in there. I'm going to grab the lid over here, cover her up, and put it in the oven, and we'll check on it in a little bit. All right, let's take it out of the oven and have a look. It's been in for an hour already, so. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That's going to flip them over. It's going to take some more time for sure. Oh, but it's looking good. It smells really good. All right, back in for another hour. All right, let's check it. It's been 2 hours. Oh. Looks good. Oh yeah, it breaks apart with the just the tongs. Got the potatoes rolling. Those will be done in a bit. I'm just going to shred this up and put it on this small burner just to keep it warm. And we'll be good to go. Okay, the potatoes are almost done. I mean, they're done cooking, but I put the butter and the Greek yogurt in there. I like to use Greek yogurt. I just think it tastes awesome. The beef is all done, just sitting there nice and warm. So I'm just going to mash these up and then I'll plate it all. Well guys, the only thing left to do is to try it out. So let's give her a try. It was really good. The mashed potatoes are great. The beef is nice and tender. So I mean, in my eyes, I think it's a success. So hope you enjoyed this video. Take care till the next one. Bye.